The Whiskey Brothers.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. Man, oh man, oh man, 1034. That's where we are. I'm your host, Slade Ham. If you're, I can see you out of my periphery doing the bobble. Am I bobbling? Am I bobbling like a Bollywood?
Oh no, I was
actor?
just dancing along.
That's my partner in crime, Jerry Wayne Longmire, one of the Whiskey Brothers. Sam Damaris is not here. Trey Tudson is not here. His last episode was 1028, I believe. He has moved on to bigger things. I say bigger things. I want to. It sound like he died. He's moved on to other things. He's moved on.
He's passed on.
He's out pursuing different pastures.
He's
right?
doing.
Okay, you're killing him.
He went to stay with Grandma and Grandpa at the farm. Trey is not with us. Sam will be back after a stint on some new cruise ships. Jerry Wayne and I have moved the show starting in July to every other week. You'll get an hour-long episode, which just means more quality, less quantity. Less stress, but also some new things.
Bi-weekly hour-long episode.
There it is. Just keep your notifications on. We are joined this week by Goodwill Loden, who does a lot of time back of house for us.
I'm telling you guys, every time I'm on here, I feel like I've signed another 10-day contract for the Rockets. You know, I'm just gonna play as hard as I can until I get sent back down to the minors, and that's okay. You know, I'll get my swings in, go back down to play for Corpus Christi, and then I'll come up when I can.
You still get your
tractor
$12,000 a year. Rich Williams,
5-day contract.
There we go.
Hey, wow, that's liberal.
Wow.
Rich's first time reoccurring.
He's counting this in days.
What? You're gonna stay here almost a week?
Previous guest, former guest, current guest, our guest this week, back of house, Hilla Felice running the board, and Jose Pena running back up back there. We appreciate both of you guys. Did you get a shot, Jose? I feel like all right, making sure everybody
we got him with some ride.
I drank mine.
Every time Slade said something about
I
Rich,
thought it was
he
just like an
punctuated.
in-between,
Every time Slade said something about Rich, he punctuated it with a laptop guard.
I'm very
Rich,
careful,
reoccurring current guest.
which is why you will have noticed that he has been excluded from the toast, gentlemen. Hey, well, Rich, you didn't toast, so here's to fuck Rich.
Rich
Williams.
Williams.
That's boy, both of you guys dropping by. You watched him do it the first episode, and you did it yourself.
Yep.
I'm gonna do my shot, Jerry Wayne.
I remember my first drink.
We spent a lot of the first episode catching up and talking about bullshit and just sort of riffing. This episode, we actually have some stuff to talk about, but you and I, we have more philosophical conversations.
Yeah, we get deep in that shit. I mean, we
off
have a little
air.
herbal help.
Hey,
Herbal help.
Hey, Slade. Hey, Slade.
It's usually a text at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
See, me
wonder?
me and Jerry's philosophy usually comes when we're working with our hands. You know,
Yeah.
Like we'll be.
And
out
it's usually the question I asked Slade the night before.
I read. Yeah,
Hey, Will.
it is.
Hey, Will. Will, wake up.
Yeah.
I know you drank all night, but
Yeah.
wake up, man.
I read every one of your late night texts in Alex Jones's voice.
So I've been listening to a lot of opera music lately.
That's so funny.
and,
I write them in Alex Jones's voice.
The Supreme Court is
Dear
stacked
Slade.
with lizard people.
do you think we can talk about this the next time?
I'm on my porch looking at a gay frog. Look at that.
As Rod, the Wolverines are in the chili.
So this is what I hit Slade with the other night at 2 a.m. I go, hey, man. And he goes, what? And I go, what mistake have you made repetitively in your life and why?
And I was like, she's still here. What are you doing, Jerry? This is,
Hey, Dick, she ain't left yet.
bro, if you go do these one texts, you let me know so I can like read them privately.
Right.
And then while I could still see his typing thing, I was like, and what has it cost you?
Yeah.
And then he just didn't respond.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I was already thinking about half of that.
But Rich.
So wait, so hang on. Say that slow and deliberate, because I want people listening at home too to stop for a second.
Well, I was just looking at my own life. Like, what mistake have you made repetitively, and why? Why do you keep making that mistake, and what's that mistake cost you? Either financially, emotionally, limb. I don't know.
Okay. Wow, it's weird that
There's
you
some
said
people
that
constantly leave the saw blade guard
limb
off.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you missing fingers?
So damn. I should have thought about
That's
this.
some deep shit.
Because you said,
I
I
thought
thought
about
you wanted.
this
Did
a
you want me
lot.
to answer that?
Yeah, Rick,
first?
go for it. What Slade's thinking.
I'm gonna tell you right now, a mistake that I made repeatedly, and I didn't realize that I was making this mistake, is allowing myself to get depressed.
Okay, so I don't know if I view that as
So
a
you're saying
mistake.
depression is a choice?
I'm not saying it's
I'm trying to get
I
you.
am saying that if you do certain things, you make yourself more susceptible to
Yeah.
depression.
So
At least in my case,
Lack of
anyway.
exercise.
I was thinking about that this a lot for the past couple of days when I got the prompts and because depression did come up on my little
What
list
prompts,
and
Will?
then what sorry.
This is a live show. What problem?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I just thought we thought of cool. Yeah.
We're
Sorry.
gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this in post, right?
dude.
Who
So
believes this just happens?
right. I don't know. Well, so I think it was David Letterman who said comedy's rehearsed spontaneity. So we
Yes.
do have to look rehearsed and spontaneous at the same time.
Answer
And
the
so
goddamn question, Will.
impatience.
Where's David Letterman playing this week?
Impatience. Impatience has been my thing.
I just
And I
rushed
was
him.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
rushed him.
Yeah.
What's
I was
my thing now, too?
yeah.
The irony.
Impatience has ruined a bunch of financial opportunities for me because
wow.
when I've tried to work in a couple of different careers, I thought I had done all of I viewed working at different jobs as leveling up in Dungeons and Dragons or some shit, and I thought I had gotten all my XP, so I deserved more money right there. And then when they wouldn't,
I find it very interesting that Dungeons and Dragons wasn't your answer.
yeah,
He just glossed over that whole chapter.
No.
Just glossed
Actually,
right over
here's
that.
the mistake I keep making.
Dungeons and Dragons helped me out as a child so much to let my mind run in very different imaginative
You
ways.
have no idea how much being a magic bard helped him in construction.
Oh, I did.
And football.
yeah. It helps with problem solving skills and stuff. But impatience is my big one. So if I don't get what I think I deserve at that moment, I get it's impatience combined with alcohol that leads to depression. So I don't get the thing that I want.
Standard algebra.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
No, it is.
That's
yeah.
funny because Tommy Drake told me one time that every comic gets exactly what they deserve 2 years after they deserve it.
Yeah, yeah. No, and that's
Or before.
yeah. Well, then they're not
I don't think that
prepared to
happens
do
a
it.
lot.
It doesn't happen very often. Yeah. But no. So I don't. Things have actually been going really well for me through the past 6 months, comedically and just in my life. Because I've chilled out on the booze and I've chilled out on telling people to go fuck themselves when I feel slighted. And
I can
that's-
let you do a drywall patch on your own now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've actually learned some stuff.
When was the last time he told you to go fuck yourself?
Well, it was Thursday.
That's just work
Like,
talk.
what's the
But, I would say my biggest constant mistake is impatience. Whether I'm pushing a relationship too fast and then that blows up in my face. Why?
So why? What's the impetus behind impatience?
I
Why are you
honestly,
in such a hurry.
because fucking
Why do
mortality.
you feel like you're running out of time?
yeah.
32, slow
Yeah.
down.
Right, right. But how is so?
Well, he's
so,
from Mississippi
like-
where everybody dies at 60.
Yeah,
That's my point.
so
Hang on. So this is a real question. How much time do you think you have left?
I think I'm about halfway done with because so you remember
With
the
life?
freeze? Do you remember the freeze 2
Yeah.
years ago? All right, so during the freeze 2 years ago, my dad and my brother and I, we all stayed at my brother's house because he didn't lose power, and my brother he got his degree in risk management.
His younger brother.
Yeah, my younger brother has a degree in risk
I
management
don't even
and
know
a
what that
master's in
means.
business. So basically, he's quantified how much people's arms are worth when they get their arms chopped off at construction sites and shit like that. And
Wait,
so
that's what risk management means?
yeah, that's part of what. That's part of what.
It's
Yeah,
a
that's
small
that's
portion,
the
yeah,
small.
part
That's
of
the
it.
specialty of the risk assessment in insurance companies and things like that. And so
What's the other part? Deciding how much babies that burn up in fires are worth?
You can do a math. You can do the math for that.
Actuaries have
science,
all of that.
That's an actuarial science.
That's a quantified equation.
Yeah.
There's a price sheet. Bro.
Something negative, and I guarantee you there's a price tag.
If you work in the insurance industry, there's a price sheet.
Yeah.
Wait, we're just all okay with this? We're going to move on?
Well,
No,
I
mean,
a
I'll
toe's
tell you,
like $21,000.
I mean, it's been something that's, as long as insurance has existed, they've had actuaries.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
And
Right, but then those people go home and sleep and don't
Not well sometimes.
shoot themselves
no,
for whatever they're worth?
Well, in there, and some
They
of them are
usually own
actually
dogs.
evil. So
that's a weird.
They need something that loves them unconditionally.
Right. Okay. I
So
get it now.
over the freeze, we got Shithouse together, and my dad's an accountant, and so I have a very strong math. My family does. I don't. But we got really drunk, and I posed the question.
Really about to contradict that if he said he did.
Yeah, no. That's why I said I don't. Dude, yeah, no. And I was like, hey, how long do you think I'll live? And my brother and dad pulled out this fucking whiteboard, and they were like, well, you're over
current
6'4", you're 300 pounds, so these are negative traits. You eat like shit. You drink every day. You smoke a pack a day. So if I was going to do the math right now, because they all know my family history because they're my family, so they're like, let's see, both of your father's parents died of lung cancer, and your mother's mother died of lung cancer. So you'll probably make it to 62 unless you make some crazy lifestyle changes, which you need to do anyway. But I felt like in like
Wait, they verbally aketoed your question?
Yeah.
into an
Yeah,
intervention?
bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow.
he called me 2 days after this.
Yeah, no.
Was he breathing hard?
Crawled out of the closet?
Dude, well, you noticed I've been bumming a bunch of cigarettes from Jerry because I'm like, I don't buy cigarettes anymore. I've become a fucking sorority girl about my cigarette.
I had to stand by his side and be like, hey, your brother's a dick.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
for
being
your dad's
honest?
all right sort of fella, but he shouldn't have went along with your brother on that.
Yeah, nobody knows, right? Like you could have all the
No,
But remember, they're compiling.
They're just
they're
gambling
coming
odds.
up with these.
Yeah, these are
based
gambling
on
odds based upon
millions of data points.
Yeah.
right.
Literally millions.
Right,
of
but
data
you're not
points.
supposed to tell those to your son.
Yeah.
Well, the bourbon had gotten to us,
But is
and
it
like,
irresponsible to not tell your son?
A
if
little
he- if your
proper
son
12
has-
and a
yeah.
little 0
It's an
degree temperature.
existential-
You know exactly what my dad drinks. He loves Conor McGregor's whiskey, proper 12.
A little proper 12, a little sub-zero temps.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell
Let's
you
get
how long you
honest.
live.
All right, that's fair.
So, but I've had this impatience thing for a really long time, and there's a reason I dropped out of college is because I was impatient because I'd rather just like do other stuff. There's a reason I quit working at the brewery because I was super impatient because they weren't going to make me a brewer for another 6 months. There's I've been fired from coaching gigs because I was impatient because no one would let me do what I wanted as a coach. Like there's a
See,
lot
this
of
is
things.
your
I got
your-
bad news for you. I'm not going to let you do masonry by yourself for like another 6 months.
I understand that. I'm in my 30s now, and I kind of
I feel like
understand
there's
that.
a story behind that.
Yeah, but like,
certainly nothing that involves rope and
Just a
cross
story
beams.
about me being a dick.
but yeah. So I would say that my biggest problem has been impatience.
That was a very honest assessment of yourself.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
props.
but here's the
props
thing.
on you for looking at that question and going, let me be as honest and vulnerable as I can because I wrote something silly.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, you want to know what helped me with that?
Comedy.
Comedy, and a lot of things have helped. Comedy's helped me with a lot of stuff. It hurt quite a few things, but
Well, I get the same results you do, but mine's not from impatience; it's from indecision, which
Okay.
is the opposite end of the spectrum, and it can go serious or silly. It's cost
Yeah.
me a lot of things.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm the dude who will walk it. I'm like, I can't decide between regular and wild berry Skittles, so fuck it, give me both. And then in many instances, I just go, give me nothing,
Yeah.
because I can't decide. I get paralysis of choice, and
Right.
because once you pick something, you got to ride. Rich, you look lost. What happened?
Oh no, I just wanted to plug my phone in.
Okay,
No, you're
well,
good,
then
you're
just
good.
ask. It's better because you look at like you look like a spotlight. You're over here just drifting left and right.
yeah.
Nothing distracted about that, Lighthouse.
Look, I attained the desired result. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to attract attention to myself, but
over here rounding up moths and ships at sea.
Yeah.
I can't tell what's
The
happening.
blackest lighthouse ever.
Well, we're cursed.
One,
We're definitely running aground.
3 ships ran aground because it was late.
I just want to imagine
Another 3 ships hit the ground because nobody paid the light bill.
Well, I would, but it's in my kid's name.
just Ghost to the Black Lighthouse sounds like a Parliament song.
I don't know why that's funny, but it's
What's that noise Hilla just made? Holy shit.
It could be a Parliament song or a bouncing soul
hearing
song.
that song in my head.
You wouldn't listen to. I would listen to a band. It sounds like a song by a band called Ghost in the Black Lighthouse. You wouldn't read a memoir called Ghost in the Black Lighthouse.
Oh man,
I'd buy
it would
that
be
fucking album.
It would be
You'd buy. I don't.
so
fuck
sad.
album, whatever it is. If I told you this dog's name was Ghost in a Black Lighthouse, you'd be like,
How
well,
much for
fuck it,
that
come on,
dog?
Ghost.
If
then
you
anytime
just
someone
call
goes-
me up like, look, Black Lighthouse is playing at the Meridian. All right, let's go check it
Gotta
out.
go see this band.
I would go see Black Lighthouse.
GBLH.
Sounds
Yeah, I
like
could dib their ass. So that was yours was indecision.
Mine would be indecision. I do such a good job of like, oh, there's about to be even when I was playing, I noticed this. I was playing Fortnite with my nieces all weekend. That's been like our all this past week. We've been hanging out. They've been and I wait in fights until 2 people shoot each other, and then the last dude's almost dead. Then I'm like, I run in at the very. I don't want to be involved in this.
Yeah.
I just want to coast through the
But
whole
that's not
left by
indecision.
that.
That's strategy.
I want to cash. I want to
That's
cash in
solid
on the end of
strategy.
the. You know, I had a cat for a long time that got washed in a washing machine. That's a whole different story. But after that,
No, it's not.
What the fuck, bro?
you can't say
that
that.
sentence as an aside.
Okay.
That is
We're
not
going
a
to come back
throwaway.
to what you were going to say, but we are very much now.
so some kid thought the
He's not gonna
cat.
take the
Some
blame
kid,
for this.
some kid
Psychopath.
thought the cat was dirty, and threw
When
it
you
in
say
the washing
someone-
machine.
Jerry Wayne, is this one of your children?
No,
Is this a child of a relative?
this is a child that's no longer a kid.
It is similar DNA to him. I guarantee. Carry on. Tell me
So,
what you did. They
the
did.
cat got run through the wash cycle and survived because cats are tenacious.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, the whole wash cycle?
The whole wash
Talk
cycle.
about not a lot. First of all, they hate water.
30-minute wash cycle. We're talking like an
then-
80s model GE washing
Stop.
machine.
Wait,
It-
horizontal or
it's
vertical?
Vertical.
So you put it in the
Drop
top.
in.
So it could poke its neck up and just try to hold on for
Hang on,
dear
you're
life.
saying this like you've heard this story.
No, I can just
Okay,
think,
but you can picture this.
Look,
so hang
look,
on.
my family's from Mississippi. I can think about. Yeah, I didn't laugh as hard as y'all
Will
because
did
I
this
can
to a
contemplate.
cat.
No.
Have you
'Cause
watched
There's
a cat?
always a shit kid.
Look at me. Have you watched a cat?
No, but there's always a shit.
Hey,
kid.
you know what?
washing
If Will ever commits a violent crime, we're gonna go
I
back to
used
this
to shop
podcast.
back.
There's
Hey,
always
we
a
actually have him on tape admitting to washing cats.
no. There's
We need to
always
submit this as state's evidence.
there's always a shit kid in
like
every
clean
town that either. There's a shit kid in every town that either that he's the Huck
Washed a
Finn of the
cat?
town. Either he's like skinning dead cats or like throwing M80s at cats
washing
or
live
like,
ones?
or
I haven't heard. I've heard the other two that you talked about.
In this particular case,
He
the
was-
child was concerned about the filthiness of the cat,
Totally fair.
So
and
this is-
assumed throwing it in the washing machine with mama's shit would get it washed
Oh wait,
up.
there's other stuff in the washing.
Yeah, my mom's getting. I mean, the kid's mom was getting ready to do a load of laundry.
Well, they were just trying to be efficient. Let's clean the clothes and the cat at the same time.
It was just a dirty cat. You know?
Right. So this kid's washing your mom's stuff with the cat.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So the cat came out a little fucked up though, right?
Wait,
Hey, bro.
No,
Hey,
look.
I don't know any animal you can put in a washing machine. It's gonna come out the same way
Oh,
it went in.
fish.
It would
Now,
survive that. A
nowadays,
fish would not survive that.
nowadays we would call this cat disabled. Okay, but we after that nicknamed the cat Which-A-Way. And this brings me to your indecision, because the cat would just sit there and just
Because it didn't
You know
want to
what?
get.
Going through a wash cycle will do that to you, man.
And his cat would do this for like 30 minutes at a time. And the way they lost Which Away was Which Away out in the middle of Sexton Road one day. And Which Away,
Into
walk in middle
a truck
like
tire?
grape. You remember Mr. Miyagi?
Oh, no.
I walk on the left side, the good. I walk on the right side, the good. I walk
in the middle, like grape.
like a grape.
Yeah, Which Way got Miyagi'd on Sexton Road.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How?
So he survived the washing machine only to get run over by a car.
Yeah, it
That's
was
like
a
the
couple
dude who
years
gets
later.
struck by lightning and then gets hit by the bus.
He had a good 2 years of being indecisive.
Right.
Just saying.
Did it make a thunking sound like when you wash boots?
I thought you meant he
The
was like when he
kid's
got run
mom made a
over.
really loud sound when she discovered a cat in the washing machine.
What? Because you're like the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, because the kid forgot about it and
Well,
went outside to play with the dog,
Right.
who wasn't dirty. Who wasn't.
Kid went outside to go get dirty with the dog. Yeah.
The dog was... When the
Dog
dog
was
saw
fairly
what they
clean.
did to Which Way, he's like, hey, man, I promise I'm never going to make it.
Man, actually, the dog went up under the house and chewed a 110 wire to the dryer.
Oh.
Well, yeah, no shit.
So the
But
dog
between-
was
Saved
trying to.
the cat. And the dog was disabled after that, too. I had the only disabled dachshund.
Most of the dachshunds I know.
Wow. The dog was like, yo.
So I'm just saying, indecision's a tricky thing, man.
Isn't it?
Get a
No one,
hand-
no one,
get a
the
handle
dog was
on
like,
it.
no one's doing any more laundry in this house.
Isn't it? Fuck, I got here without being washed.
At least in a machine.
What plagues you? Aside from dreams of kittens.
Honestly, my biggest one that gets me all the time is not trusting my gut and giving people the benefit of the doubt that I just know. Like, I can call a motherfucker a mile away, and I will still to this day give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm soft-hearted. And every time.
Somebody who's already burned you?
And not even that. Not
Oh,
even
bro,
just
my
people.
list is one
Just
deep.
people I know a mile away. I can read their banner and I know what's coming. And I'm like, but I could be wrong.
Nope.
You know, it's like I have this bad thing because I was not a bad thing, but whatever. I have this thing because I was raised like really strict religious or whatever.
Yep.
And I heard that story all the
forgiveness.
time. Like, you don't know who Jesus is going to show up at. You know.
Yeah, well, if he's
But-
this asshole.
But,
Jesus
but there's some nights when I'm by the Greyhound bus station late at night, and I think, well, Jesus can't be all these people.
Yep.
And according to the
but
Bible,
the soft-hearted part of me still, like, I still
Jesus never double-crossed anybody.
No, but you still just like, maybe just, maybe he's trying something different.
He
this
tricked those
time.
dudes at dinner, though. They thought that was the last time they were going to kick it.
I mean, he had them Romans heads a little fucked up.
Is it a
Let's
trick
be-
if you tell them what you're going to do, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
That's my big one. Is like, I will give people the benefit of the doubt. I can see a mile away. Rachel's always telling me, she's like, trust your gut, because dude.
when is
that
it fucked
stuff-
you? Give me a good example of when it's fucked. When you thought that.
the last business
Do you
partner.
see your arm and glassware are made for each other? That's why we put you over
It's
there.
empty.
Yeah, you're way over there with your stuff way over there. My stuff's way over here now. We had to learn a lesson, Rich Williams.
my last
Williams,
business
I like
partner.
that.
Okay.
I saw the dude coming a mile away. I knew he was a gaslighting motherfucker, and I still decided. I was like, I still think there's money to be made here, and I still think there's a way to make.
This
Did you ever
work.
get any red flags about
Oh.
your last business partner?
Yeah.
There was red flags, and I ignored them
Mm-hmm.
because I went, no, he's not going to do this to me because me and him are tight.
I ignored him because I was already so far in. Like
And it was that too. I was already
We got a
in, and I was
lease,
kind
and
of
we
between
got-
a rock and a hard
Yeah.
place. But I should have shut it down way sooner than I did, and
Yeah.
I let it go because I kept giving him the benefit.
I'm
of
really
the
good
doubt.
at putting my hands up like this and rolling down a mountain.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's just let the rocks hit me.
I will just say, and I've had employees, I've had people that work for me, and come up with some sob story, and I'm like, I know this is bullshit, but I'll still hand them $100 and try to help them out.
Like, I'm impatient.
And then they'll quit on me 2 days later, and you know that kind of stuff. Like
That's crazy.
You fucked with me a lot. I never quit on you.
No. You're one of the
You
best.
fired me 5 times, but I've never quit.
Will's one of the best dudes I've ever had work with.
Hey.
Oh man, yeah.
All right. Well,
He's
y'all,
up in the top. I'll tell you this: I got a top 5 of young men that worked for me or with me that I
glad there's a second half
that
of
I tried
sentence.
to teach a lot of shit, and
Top 5 young
I've
men.
only lost one of them. One of them died of a heroin overdose about a year
Yeah,
ago.
you told me about that.
And
Man.
but I've only lost the one. The rest of them are all doing pretty good.
All right.
Damn.
So Jerry's School for Boys ain't all bad. We're
Right,
all
all right.
4 out of 5.
Only one.
Yeah.
That your slogan is only one heroin overdose.
Only one heroin overdose.
I've lost 6 of my 7.
To be fair, I think he was fucking with heroin
So-
when I met him.
That's a hell of a slogan, man.
I think it's pretty good. It's a better track mark than any of our leaders.
That's the slogan. 6 out of 7 don't make it is how I'm selling myself. I only want Duke
The
grads. I have
graduation,
no
the
idea.
graduation of Slade School looks like an upside down tornado. I want you to look left and I want you to look right. All 3 of y'all ain't gonna make it.
And then look left, and then look right again. And then look left, and then look right again.
You're gonna want to find a mirror.
Dude, when you get invited to Slade School, it's not an owl. It's just a dove that shows up and shits all over everything. There's not even a letter.
It was supposed to be an owl.
Yeah.
Where you want to go, Jerry? We got a story that I have prepped and
Let's
ready.
jump off that story. That story's
You want to go into the
hilarious,
story?
man.
All right, we're this is probably gonna get us home. This happened in Paris, I believe, is where Gay Paris.
At the Louvre.
Oh, this is where we just give our insights on this
At the
story.
Louvre. Well, let me
Oh,
tell you
that's
what the
dope.
story is, Rich Williams, and then you decide if you have insights. Here's what happened. A man.
Wisconsin.
Nicely done.
Honestly, that was my first impression after reading this story.
It does feel that way.
It felt very Milwaukee.
It certainly feels beer driven. A man who was disguised as an old woman in a wheelchair. I don't want to bury the lead here, but he threw a piece of cake at the Mona Lisa in Paris. I use that metaphor
Okay, I
incorrectly.
know you said
I
Paris,
said it
but I'm
wrong.
still going Florida.
Yeah.
It's here we go. Video shows security guards at the Louvre escorting this man away as he spoke in French about the planet. He yelled, "Think of the Earth! Think of the Earth! There are people who are destroying the Earth. Think about it. Artists tell you, think of the Earth. This is why I did this." That's not French. I apologize to all of the French, which is the first time that's ever happened.
Slade Ease.
He yelled all those things, but in French.
In French.
And the 36-year-old man was detained, sent to a psych unit. The original Mona Lisa, of
shit.
course, from the 1500s, hangs in the largest room. It's not the first time it's been in trouble. This guy stormed in and threw a cake at it. Now, there's glass in front of the Mona Lisa that has been there since
Did
someone...
he storm in? He's dressed up as an old woman in a wheelchair.
Well, he rolled
Sorta.
in.
So he incognitoed it.
Please
So yeah.
let me next to the Mona Lisa.
Oh, wait, this is for real?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
dressed up as an old woman
Yeah,
in a
this isn't an
wheelchair. He's
Onion
like
article.
a 36-year-old dude.
So he rolled up close to it, and then he
rolled
angrily flung cake that he snuck in
At the
underneath
glass
his
cover.
lap blanket at the glass cover that has been there since someone tried, as they refer
Since
to
the
it,
acid
since
incident.
the acid attack.
They tried to throw
In
acid. They did
1950.
throw acid on it?
Yes,
In the 50s.
The 50s.
The protective glass was put up after it was damaged in an acid attack. It's right there on the piece of paper.
Yo!
It says, Rich, you go first. You only read half of this. Have you been to France? Have you seen the Mona Lisa?
I have not been to France.
Has anybody here seen the Mona Lisa?
Nope.
I've never seen it live. No.
Okay, same. I've heard and I've seen it's one of the few places I haven't been. Museums in general are often you see the picture and it's misleading, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Mona Lisa is like
Tiny.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very large.
yeah. No, it's like 16 inches by like 24 inches.
Which is not
Okay,
tiny.
first of all, that's not tiny.
It's a lot.
no,
It's
but in
tiny
comparison,
by
by
museum
masters
standards.
and
You
museum
put it against
standards.
a Van Gogh that is normally
Yeah,
you know,
like
okay.
yeah.
Half a
Hieronymus Bosch he made huge paintings and shit
Did
like
you
that.
study art history?
No, I just
Okay.
I'm
yeah, they have that at Mississippi.
yeah.
Wait, art or
Look,
history?
No, I so
Because fuck both those things, except for the good stuff.
the Houston Museum has free museum day on Thursdays, and sometimes for fun, Will likes to tailgate before he goes into the museum.
Bro.
You just crack a couple of cold ones, and then you go like, yeah.
Going into that museum
Go
fucked
look at
up out of
some
your
art.
brain is one of the most beautiful.
It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible because the free days are also when all the school kids go.
Yeah, and all the cholos. It's a
See-
really big mix of really fun
It's a
people.
good
doing
place
that.
The last time
Yeah, no,
I
I
went
fucking-
to a
I love
museum, I
Free
went to
Day at
the
the zoo.
Yeah.
Free Day at the zoo.
I
is
went
one
to
of my
the
favorites.
one that's got all the African artifacts in it. And as a black person,
Well, that one wasn't in Mississippi.
I was here in Houston.
The Manila.
It's a very sobering experience because the first thing, like me and the chick I was dating at the time, we look at each other like, "What the fuck is all this shit doing here?" Like, it's a very
Where should it be?
Did you feel compelled to throw cake at it?
For the earth. It is for the earth.
Think
of the
Africans.
That's our first thing.
It is for the Africa. It's for the African. All of the African children.
and then you just throw some
we are killing-
Ethiopian food at it, and just,
just-
Right?
Oh,
I hit
that
that bitch with
good-ass
Jamaican
bread they
beef
make.
patties.
yeah, meat patty.
Here's some jerk chicken.
And curry goat
jackass.
side, right side piece.
It's no big thing at all.
Buck. I would definitely be at the psych ward and fucking
Yeah.
not Memorial. They wouldn't put me in Memorial Herman. I get bent off.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, you'd
yeah,
be bent off for sure if you're going to the free one. If you're gonna, this is my question, right? If you're gonna do something like this, you gotta. The dude went and got a wheelchair. That's not something you
In a
just
disguise.
in a disguise.
Yeah,
So-
this is
So
very
why would
well
you
thought
not
out.
plan this a little better
Then cake.
I don't get it.
than cake?
Cake's
and
symbolic in France.
okay, yeah, I get it. But then
Marie
you let someone
Antoinette,
eat
let
it.
them eat cake. Yeah. We're talking.
Okay.
Okay.
But there's
But
gla-
have
but
you
there's
ever been to the
glass.
monkeys in the zoo? They throw something better than cake.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
they're
yeah,
upset
but you
about
can't-
stuff.
You can't just sneak literally.
well, yeah, if you do
sneak
that, someone's
into
gonna
the
think it's
museum.
If
actually-
you're already in a wheelchair,
This
So the
woman-
wheelchair-
What?
They're
This
gonna
is
think you're
2022. If
homeless.
you do that, someone's gonna think it's actually art.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna get
$12,000.
It's
Right.
probably gonna get a grant.
This
Oh
is
my
the,
God,
this
it's
is
Banksy.
The,
Banksy, I was just getting ready to say, Banksy's gonna see that shit and be like, "Oh my, why did I think of that shit?"
this is the plexiglass display from the Mona Lisa covered in Amber Heard's fecal matter.
The bidding starts at 100,000.
It's called My Dog Got Stung by a Bee.
well, now I got to book a trip to Paris
I got some art to do.
and find a fucking wheelchair.
I got some art to do, dude.
I snuck a pony keg into a football game in a wheelchair one time. Yeah, no, it was me and two engineering kids.
Oh,
and
this
we,
is a real thing.
Oh, I feel
Yeah.
like you guys did it. Did you put it underneath the chair and then build one of those angular mirrors like a magic trick where it looks like the ground?
no. We got it underneath the wheels near the spokes, and I was big, so they were just like pretending that I was sick. And so we got a pony keg into when Ole Miss was playing LSU.
I thought he said a pony at first.
Would have been way more
I was like,
impressive.
why'd you need a wheelchair if you had a pony? You
You know what's
dick?
more impressive than a pony keg? A pony and a keg, Will.
And then I couldn't
That would've
understand
been-
why anybody at that football game wouldn't allow a pony in.
Only somebody from Mississippi would compare sneaking a pony keg in to
To throw
destroy.
cake at the Mona Lisa.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of the time we.
That's a power move throwing cake at the Mona Lisa.
Right,
But I stuck a pony cake.
let me tell you.
Excuse me, I don't know. I don't think you guys are seeing where the authority and the fuck you overlap.
Right. And his operation was obviously successful.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a Venn diagram here, and I'm gonna tell you what the colors is. They ain't gold and black.
Hey.
Basically an art game.
LSU.
I get it.
No.
I don't know enough about.
I love how I quote I reference Hieronymus Bosch, and then I'm like pony keg, and everyone's like fucking idiot. Oh my god.
You know, it's like a whole bunch of levels of intelligence.
I stuck a pony keg in to see Optimus Bosch or what the fuck you just said.
You know what's beautiful? You can listen to this episode and think we are the dumbest people, and then you can listen to this episode and think we are geniuses. And either way, you're sort of right.
Hieronymus Prime did big paintings, big ones, the whole wall.
You're mainly right. The
Mostly
first
trucks.
Cake is a big sort of, like thing in France, like with Maria.
Put glass in front of the Autobots to keep the acid off them.
See, Will's looking at the plan. Where he fucked up was Cake. He should have took a pony keg into
because then he could have broken the plexiglass.
With
you
the
know.
pony.
See, me personally, I'd have been impatient about the whole damn ordeal.
I ain't got time to find a wheelchair. We're just gonna run in and throw the fucking cake and yell about art and shit.
They called the ghost in the lighthouse.
The Black Lighthouse.
Yo!
Let's call it. Let's call this one. We got a whole episode in.
Man, hold up.
We go to bi-weekly or monthly, however you choose to look at it. In July, I know myself, Jerry Wayne Longmire, and Sam Damaris in the studio for the first couple of episodes. Guest TBD, but we've talked about some of our favorites. Our guests on these episodes, of course, Goodwill Loden and Rich Williams, both bringing some will to the episodes. We like that. Back of house, Hilla Felice on this episode. Our good friend Jose Pena doing backup on the backups. Everybody, we got a good family.
Contingencies on contingencies.
Jerry, we got a good crew, man.
We do. I called every goddamn body.
It's this is good, the best cruise.
Do you need me to come if so and so's coming? Yeah, come. Fuck, I don't know. We need every goddamn body.
You can always find us in all of our popular places. Jerry Wayne on the TikTok. I'm on mainly YouTube, but everywhere else, and of course, Super Rich. And if you go to gunsandliquor.com, you can find all things Will Loden. And find us where you find us. We'll see you on another episode soon.
I believe in good whiskey.